Hi everybody, welcome back. I'm Dorothy. I'm a professional astrologer. You can find me on the web at nhastrologer.com. And you could click the live link right below this video. All right, thank you for joining me today. Today I want to talk about December for 2014, and that is for those of you who are Scorpio. All right, so let's get started. December 4th, we have lots of fabulous fire energy. Now, Scorpio is a water sign, but, you know, a little fire added to water creates steam, so there's a lot of action going on here. We have Venus in Sagittarius trine Jupiter in Leo, which is retrograde, and the Sun in Sagittarius trine Uranus in Aries, which is also retrograde. So these energies, and both the planets are slowing down to go direct later on in the next few weeks. So with these energies, all four of these planets the way they are, the Sun and Venus are close to each other, and we've got this great fire trine in the sky, only by sign, not by degree, but by sign. And what that means is that here I'll piece it out for you. Venus in Sagittarius. Venus is what we value. It's our money. It's the things we love to have around us. And Sagittarius is all about going over the top. Instead of buying one blouse, I'm going to buy 10 because I want one in every color. Making a trine to Jupiter. Jupiter is also about going over the top because it's in charge of Sagittarius. Yes, it is. And in the fire sign of Leo, so I'm going to spend more, and I want to give everybody everything that I have. You know, I have such a big heart. It's retrograde though. And then the Sun conjunct Uranus is all about, you know, I'm all excited. I'm able to go from one shop to the next, to the next, to the next. One store, one vendor, to the next, to the next, to the next. And I'm just all excited because I'm spending money and I'm getting all these fabulous gifts. That's really wonderful, isn't it? And it's fun and it's exciting and it's a great December. It's also a great time to decorate, because Leo loves to be flashy and decorate, because that Jupiter's in Leo. And all that other fire energy is pretty much the same way. Look at me. And that fire energy, what it does, you know, we put lights outside of our house this time of year because it's dark in the northern hemisphere, and the lights decorate our houses for the Christmas time of year, or Hanukkah, or Yule, whatever you celebrate. It's beautiful, it's fun, it's exciting, and this is what we do with this energy, and it's really cooperative this year, at least in the beginning part of December. So listen on. I want you to be careful though, because you're going to spend too much money, and you might regret it. You never regret it, but you might spend too much money and just wished you hadn't, is really what it comes down to. So let's move on, because we're coming up to a full moon, but before that, on December 5th, Mercury joins in. Mercury in Sagittarius joins in with Uranus, because Mercury and the Sun are coming up to be together in a conjunction soon. This whole month, Mercury and the Sun are going hand in hand. So basically, the Sun is in charge. Mercury kind of just follows along, because the Sun is a little more, has more control, or is more in charge than Mercury is when they're conjunct like this. But today, on the 5th of December, not today, but the 5th of December, Mercury in Sag trining Uranus also gives us a little more energy just to get out there and just to go shopping, to deal with the crowds, to do all of that, and even do it with a smile, because it just will be fun. Some people will travel with a transit like this, but lots of other people will just be going all around their neighborhoods and their local environment to do the shopping, getting the things that they want for decorating. And that's the main stuff that we'll do with that. Then we come up to the full moon. Full moon's at 7:27 a.m. on the East Coast. Adjust for wherever you live. Then the full moon is at 14 degrees of Gemini, which means the Sun's at 14 degrees of Sagittarius. And when those two are in an opposition, it is all about seeking an awareness. Now, this full moon's in your 8th house. 8th house is finances. It's the finances that we use. It's not how we earn our money, but it's outside resources, which means it's our credit cards. Could be mortgages too. Could be inheritance money. But money that we don't earn, we have to pay back, but we can use. You know, school loans. But basically, since it's a holiday time of year and it's a shopping time of year, there's a good chance that you might need to back off on your spending. Keep an eye on it, because the full moon illuminates and shows us what we need to see that we don't typically see on our own. Because the moon reflects light, it doesn't have its own light. And when it's reflecting light from the 8th house, it's going to show us what our financial situation truly is. Good or bad, that's not even the point. It'll show us what it is, and it'll show us what we need to do to take care of the situation. That's what the full moon is about. The full moon is about releasing and letting go. So it will show us what it is we need to let go of in that regard. Okay? Financial regard. Next, December 8th. Sun and Mercury are conjunct in Sagittarius, so that is down in your 2nd house, and the 2nd house is what you value. It's how you earn your money using your skills and talents. So that actually does tell me that this is a financial situation for you, Scorpio. All right? So the financial situation is that full moon's actually in your natural home, natural 8th house home. So this is a big focus for you. So focus in on what you value, and that will be easier. It'll be easier for you to determine how you're going to spend your money this month. And how you're going to earn your money too, because maybe you're somebody who does crafts. Maybe you're a crafter and you're hitting up a lot of fairs and you're selling things. You know, I don't, but you know. Next, I want to move to December 10th, because on December 10th, Venus moves into the sign of Capricorn, which is great, because at that point, what's going to happen is that she's just going to calm down our spending no matter who we are. And I know, Scorpio, since this is a sensitive area for you this month, that 2nd house and the 3rd house seem to be pretty sensitive. And I'll get to the 3rd house info in a second. But Venus is naturally in charge of the 2nd house. So that's why I'm giving it a little bit of extra information there. So Venus and Capricorn. Venus is what we love and how we spend our money, how we earn our money, and the finances. We're going to be able to tighten those purse strings a little bit, okay? And pull that energy in, so we're not overspending so much. With it in the 3rd house, that again, that just means that you're going to want to buy local. You're not going to want to buy from out of town or on mail, by mail. You're going to want to buy local and shop local, because it's all going on in your 3rd house. So you're going to really want to stay close to home. It's just how you'll feel, because your 3rd house is the focus, is what the main focus for the month is for you. It's always one house that tends to get all the hits, and right now it's the 3rd house for you. The 8th house with the full moon, and then the 3rd house for the rest of the stuff that I'm going to talk about. On December 12th, Mercury in Sagittarius makes a trine to Jupiter, and the Sun makes a trine to Jupiter as well on December 14th. And so for those couple of days, those 3-4 days there between, you know, the day before and the day after, so 11, 12, 13, 14, 15th of December, what we get here is, this is good, happy, easygoing energy, which is, again, all about, you know, getting out and shopping and communicating and socializing and having fun. It is not serious energy at all. It wants us to have a good time and just live some life and have fun. Sag and Leo are just all about having a great time. Don't deny yourself that. All right? I know Scorpio can get too serious sometimes, so don't deny yourself that. You enjoy yourself. Now here comes some Pluto things, and this is the tough part in the middle of the month. So for the sixth time, number 6 times out of 7, Uranus and Pluto are in an exact square on December 15th. This has been going on since June 2012 is when the first square happened. We will have one more in March 2015. In the meantime, the one on December 15th is all about what it always has been about. It's the challenge between the old ways of thinking and the old energies around us and the old things that just no longer serve us, that are breaking and falling away, and there's the battle between that and this new energy that's coming in, where it's the Aquarian age now, because it's Aquarius and Aries. Aquarius and Aries. It's Uranus and Aries, and makes it the Aquarius age because we're being revolutionary. We are looking at changing everything about the structure of who we are and what we're doing in our life. All right. Now, in truth and honesty, back in 2008, when Pluto entered Capricorn, is when this started. So when it started is when, Pluto started breaking things down. The housing market here in the United States started to go downhill, and the bubble burst, and it just has barely recovered, and the way I see it, who knows, I'm not into real estate, but it has barely recovered. I mean, it's recovering now, but this is a lot of years. This is 6 years since this happened. But we didn't really do anything about it until Uranus joined in June 2014 and started to basically kick the can, so to speak, and just say, hey, we're not going to take this anymore. And that's when we, as a mass of consciousness and groups of people, we started to rebel and say, no, this is how we want it to be. And a lot of quiet revolutions happened, and a lot of very loud revolutions are going on still to this day. But with this square on December 15th, what we get here is we just get this another opportunity for us to, and this has nothing to do with the holidays, but another opportunity for us to make sure that we're releasing the things that no longer serve us. And that's where that Pluto energy is in your chart. That's that Capricorn Aries of that third house. So where Pluto is, we're breaking all of the structures down around us. And for you, it's all about what you see as comfortable and solid in your local neighborhood, in your area, around your family, your siblings, or your neighborhood. And that Uranus in Aries is all about, let me shift this energy. So let the things release. Like I've said from the previous eclipse forecasts, Pluto is Scorpio, and that is who you are. So allow these deep changes to happen, the things that have gone away to stay away, and usher in and bring in new energy and a higher vibration. And this is what we need to be doing. We're changing the planet. The planet is going through its own shift, and we're changing ourselves one step at a time. So do the things that are good for you, whether it's meditation, yoga, anything that is good for you, so you're able to just move past deep sorrow or move past deep emotions, or allow things that have left that bother you, just learn to accept it so you can move into the next phase of your life and the next phase of this planet as well. It's a major shift for everybody. I'm going to move on because that's just such a deep subject. We can go on for hours. All right, December 16th, Mercury moves into the sign of Capricorn as well in your third house. So this is, again, a communication situation for you to be working in and working through. All right? Mercury in Capricorn is very logical, practical, analytical. It's not necessarily, it is analytical. It's very, very structured, oriented conversations. It's definitely like doing a lecture, and you absolutely have to have bullet points, and you follow every single bullet point. It's not like this free flow. That's not Mercury in Capricorn. Not at all. It's a stream of consciousness. Take a breath here. All right, we're getting to the end of this. On December 20th, Venus is in Capricorn, and it makes a square to Uranus and Aries. Now, with Venus in Capricorn squaring Uranus and Aries, again, this is from the third house. And what this energy is about is for you to, feel, it's connected to that Uranus that's squaring Pluto. And so it is all about initiating some sort of action and changing something right here before Christmas too. It's changing how you're approaching something. You might decide that this isn't the holiday for you to buy gifts anymore. Maybe you're gonna protest and not buy anything. I don't know. Or at least you're gonna pick a fight about something, and not even picking a fight, but something will become a little more serious for you than you would expect, just because of that Venus in Capricorn square Uranus and Aries. You're feeling feisty, but that Venus in Capricorn wants to remain solid and in its feet. And if it doesn't do that, then it's going to feel a little unsure, and that's where Uranus comes in. So you're going to have to kind of just go with the flow. Because when Venus, on the same day, Venus does make a conjunction to Pluto as well, since it's square Uranus and it's conjuncts Pluto, because Uranus and Pluto are in a square. So that's the math of it. Sorry, got a little astrological there. It's, again, in that third house. So what you value is going through a shift. And again, this is your immediate environment. And it's okay that it goes through a shift. That has to happen. Once in a while, we can't stay in the same thing, in the same energy for 30, 40 years. Things have to shift. Next, we're going to go to the solstice on December 21st. It's the winter solstice in the northern hemisphere. Southern hemisphere, it's the summer solstice. Shortest day of the year here. And we also have on that same day, the sun, of course, enters Capricorn. The moon enters Capricorn. And we have a new moon in Capricorn. So it's Yule, it's the winter solstice, and we have a new moon all on December 21st. The new moon is at 8:25, 8:36 p.m. The new moon is at 8:36 p.m. East Coast time. So, your third house. So at that time, adjust for wherever you live, at that time is when you can set goals. Write things out in a journal and set goals relating to how you need the structure of your immediate environment to be. That's very, very simple. I want you to work on that. Next, on December 25th, I'm going to go to Christmas. You know, I just whipped by that new moon in Capricorn, didn't I? But the new moon in Capricorn, it's as simple as that. Set a new structure for your year. You know, what is it that you want to accomplish this year? And you write those goals out. Because it's specific for each of us. And if it's in your third house, then you're going to be able to write them out. And it will be related to your daily life. All right? Okay, that's a little bit more. On the 25th, on Christmas, we have Mercury and Pluto in a conjunction. That as well is in your third house, and that is the communication. That's what I've been saying all along. We have Venus, we have Mercury, we have Pluto. We have so much in your third house. And that third house, again, your local environment. With Pluto in there, you know, this could tell me that there is a sibling issue. If you have a sibling or someone who is like a sibling, whether it's a sibling or a cousin, there's something possibly that is really serious that you want to have a conversation about. And that's on Christmas Day, so you might want to push that off for a different day. But if that's the case, make sure you come at this conversation, because there is, with love and compassion, because there is something serious here, and there is a great opportunity for amazing amount of healing, and there's an opportunity for a major transition to go on. But if you come at this conversation from a place of fear, that is not going to work. All right? It's going to cause an issue. So, you are seeing this. Other people might not. And so, make sure that if it does come at you, instead of you initiating a conversation, if you choose to or not to is one thing. But if a conversation comes to you, or someone's behavior is described like that, then all you can do is, at that point, is just enter and place love, compassion around that, so you are able to at least manage the situation a little bit better. All right? You know, that's all serious stuff. Oh, jeepers. I want to finish with this, though. December 31st, New Year's Eve, the moon's in Taurus. So be safe, be responsible, but eat, drink, and be merry, because that moon in Taurus is all about the sensual pleasures and our senses, especially tastes and smells. So have fun, enjoy, and with gratitude for this whole year and for the last 5 years here on YouTube, I want to thank you all very much for watching and allowing me to share what I share, and seeing me, being my clients, being my friends, being whomever you are. Thank you. You allow me to work my passion and do my passion and share that with others. And I wouldn't be able to do it without you. So with gratitude and love, blessed be. Happy Yule. Namaste.